Okay, so welcome to week 3 here, and this is day 15. We're on week 3. The first 2 weeks have really been about decluttering and identifying idols and just letting God mold us and shape us and ruin us and break us down. Week 3 is going to be a lot about restoration. It's going to be a lot about healing. It's going to be a lot about moving forward so that we can go into week 4, which I'll get into more a little bit later. But this is a really important week. I mean, I think they're all important, but you know, this is a big week. And so up until this point, we should have read up to chapter 6 of Radical. This week we're going to read chapters 7 through 9, and then so in week 4, you know, we should be done with Radical by the end of this week. And so week 4 we can kind of catch up, you know, things that we've missed. We can rehash or go over. But so for this week we're going to finish Radical, and we're going to talk a lot about restoration and awakening and healing. And today we're going to talk about forgiveness. This is one of the biggest things that you can do for yourself and for the people around you as a human, you know, and not just as a Christian, but as a human being in general. The amount of fracturedness that comes out of unforgiveness, think about the grudges that you have. Like, I really try not to carry a grudge. I really try not to, I do my best not to hold on to things. You know, this kind of goes back to altars and putting things down. A lot of things go back to altars and putting things down, but we carry so much around, so much baggage, so much hurt from the past, so much, you know, conversations we've had, things that people have done to us. We continue to own them. And one of the first steps towards healing is forgiveness. And I want you to look right at me. You've got to forgive. You've got to forgive yourself, and you've got to forgive other people. And I know that might seem like a ridiculously hard thing that you're hearing from me because Brian, you don't know what this person did to me, or you don't know what she said to me, or you don't know the betrayal that I have. You don't know how I hate myself because I can't beat this addiction, or you just don't know. Well, you know, one of the things that you're saying when you say that, when you choose, like if you're a Christian and you choose not to forgive yourself, or you choose not to forgive other people, or you don't think that you are able to be forgiven, what you're saying that is when Jesus went to that cross, he was unable to forgive. He was unable to take the things that you're holding on to. His sacrifice is not enough to cover that hurt and that pain and that stuff inside of you. And let me ask you, does that make sense? Is that right? Because it's not. I need you to challenge yourself today and moving forward to forgive. What unforgiveness does is it's a fault line inside of you and within yourself and the people around you. If you hold on to that unforgiveness, if you hold on to that bitterness, that unforgiveness causes bitterness to grow. That unforgiveness causes anger to grow. That unforgiveness is the root of so many of the problems in your life. And until you let that thing go, until you ask for forgiveness, and this might be a really, really difficult thing for you to do, because that might mean you going to people that have offended you in the past, or that might mean you, when you have offended people, when you have wronged people, that might mean you going back to those people, even if it's years later, and asking for forgiveness. But something happens when you forgive, when you ask for forgiveness. You have to be able to put that on the table. Even if somebody is not willing to forgive you, you're doing your part. And you have to trust that Jesus is going to meet you and other people in that situation. This is a bitter, angry root inside of you that you have to put down if you want to see healing and if you want to see restoration in your life. Drop this, cut this root out. You know, you may have to do this over and over. You may have to go back and rehash all of the things in your life that you're holding on to. But if you want to move forward and if you want restoration, you're going to have to be forgiven. You're going to have to ask yourself for forgiveness and let Jesus heal that in your life. So do that today. let today be a day of healing. Put those things down, and just trust that you're going to be able, that Jesus is going to be able to come in and take that from you today. You got to do it. You've got to do it. If you want to move forward, if you want to quit clinging to the past, if you want to beat those addictions, you've got to forgive yourself. You've got to forgive the people in your life that have wronged you. Do the hard work today. Go ask for forgiveness. Give forgiveness. And I promise you that you're going to find a freedom and a peace that you haven't had in such a long time. So welcome to week 3. We're gonna see ourselves waking up in ways that we probably have not seen in a long time, and start reading Radical chapter 7 through 9. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.